What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Talk. And we're returning to their 1988 album Spirit of Eden. And the next track is Inheritance, which speaks to some legacy, whether that be physical collections, monetary value, ideological or cultural baggage, any manner of possessions or even burdens that are passed down from one generation or one family member to that of a younger generation. Now, of course, inheritance can be a broader term. It might not just be about a family, it could be about a national or indeed human generation passing down to the next, and the next generation inheriting that, again, for better or worse. So I feel like there's all different scales and scopes that this might manifest on, and of course, whether it's positive or negative or a more mixed bag, which feels like is probably typically the case when it comes to any kind of inheritance, it remains unclear. But I will say that it speaks to a passage of time, if only implicitly. So let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Talk. The track is Inheritance, and it's from their 1988 album Spirit of Eden. I thought there was a problem with my system. Almost saw me get frustrated there.
Improvisar la kristna för till as one on the breeze they flow. What gets my heart out? What gets my heart out? Don't you know where love has gone? Bury him, progress in the clouds. And we'll learn to linger on, having sand, expecting the dark. To redress with open arms, ascension in Centerville.
Bassoon, oboe.
friend. Heaven bless you.
Wow. So, I'll admit, I didn't hear too many of the lines clearly. When I listen to the songs on this album, it feels like the lyrics, at least as the songs are hitting me, are sort of taking a back seat just to the overall atmosphere. And I know people have talked about it's the kind of album that ideally you listen to from back to front. Just the way I do videos, it's not really conducive to my format. Nevertheless, I am getting a sense for why that would be the case, hearing track after track after track. I did hear, what was it? There was a line in the middle that I was trying to hold on to, but then again, I get sort of lost in the jazzy, ambient, but a bit dissonant at the same time, a bit experimental, even if still very sonorous and soothing and consonant sonics. So there's a line that I'm failing to remember. But yeah, it sounded like it was maybe love that's being passed down, or something that was less mixed, or maybe even a burden than I was thinking in advance. And the idea of, passing on the torch of human characteristics or love specifically from generation to generation. But honestly, it could be on a much smaller scale. I didn't really get enough of it to get a clear sense of that. But the vocals in many points being very, again, for lack of a better word, experimental or abstract, like not typical, just straight away singing full voice or melodious from beginning to end of the line, and more peaking and then going more soft and quiet. Just a very idiosyncratic, eccentric type of delivery. And as I said, the sonics were overall expressing this sort of down-tempo jazzy type of feel, but a couple moments where it almost felt a little alien, a little unusual, a little dissonant. So just a really interesting sonic journey. Another one that felt sort of long, I'm going to say, maybe like 6 minutes. A bit less than that, about 5.5. But yeah, longer maybe than a lot of catchy verse, chorus, outro type of pop songs. And yeah, some organ in there, it sounded like. Again, I think there was a deep bassoon layer, and then there was, at the same time, above it, I think an oboe. So some woodwinds giving it some, not orchestral, but classical instrument type of flavor, which you don't always hear that in jazz. It's not unheard of by any means, but generally when people think of jazz, brass is something that really stands out more than woodwinds. So yeah, definitely some different ingredients in this one, making it a very intriguing and ultimately unique type of sonic journey, which feels like, again, the album has been overall. So I should mention, there's not all that many tunes. I think there's 7 tunes on the album, is that right? 6 even, not even 7. So yeah, only 2 more to go. I Believe in You, and then we finish with Wealth, which is another single word title that feels like it could go in so many different directions. So yeah, just really keen to keep going through this. Shout out to Stuart and all the folks who've been following the Talk journey. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.